Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? My name is Nicholas, and today's little backyard experiment, well, garage experiment, is a high pressure pump here. We are pressurized up to 1,000 psi. Tube. This tube is pressurized with 1,000 psi. And this part of the gizmo really isn't necessary. It could be done with any type of high pressure container, scuba tank, and so forth. But this is just a small scale prototype. And so this tube acts like a miniature scuba tank compressed with 1,000 psi. Pretty simple there, just a simple thread, ball valve. This is the bullet shell. Well, this is designed to be a tool. Hopefully, this will be used as a tool more than anything else because this is a horrible weapon. This is a horrible self-defense weapon and long-range armor-penetrating type of tool here. It was originally designed to be a Archimedes steam cannon. What Archimedes did was, if you see this right here, Archimedes put a piece of wood across a cannon barrel, locked it in there with like a attachment from the front of the cannon barrel, and put a ramrod down in the pipe with a cannonball, and it was airtight. He screwed the cap at the back and heated the water at the back and would generate steam. When the steam pressure reached a certain level, the Archimedes brake valve, I don't know what Archimedes called it, but I'm calling it the Archimedes brake valve, would snap the board, pushing out the ramrod and cannonball. What was it? 2200 BC. Archimedes had the right idea. And sometimes I wonder if he put his Archimedes brake valve in backwards, because this could potentially be a very scary thing. But it has constructive purposes, which is a lot more than you can say for any other type of weapon out there, like smart bombs and hadron colliders and Star Wars lasers and guided rockets and heat-seeking killer drones and Terminator robots. Okay, I'd like to see how any of that is used for anything constructive. But this is different because I think that this could be used as a tool for mining, stone quarry. This is an effective nail gun as it is right now. And construction and stuff like that. So fence post implanter, steam-powered nail gun. Okay, so, well, first off, I've got to unlock it from the front here. There's a tube. So it's a weapon, but it can also be used as a tool. So that's why normally I would never want to do something like this. I think this is a potentially very dangerous idea, very bad idea. But at the same time, it has constructive purposes. So this is the scary part right here. This is the projectile. And it's pretty much a blow dart. Got fletching at the back. And if you've ever played with blow darts before, you can be extremely accurate with a blow dart. This needs some work. I'm not too happy with what I did at the trigger here. well, if you call it a trigger, I don't. Archimedes brake valve is what I call it. So basically, it's two nuts, screw rod, rubber washers, nylon washers, and a rubber washer on a screw rod. And when this is inserted into the tube, it is screwed with the socket wrench, compressing this rubber valve at the front, allowing it to create a very airtight seal. You don't need to screw it on too tight. This seal is just a secondary valve. So, a little bit of leaking pressure out of this will still work. Okay? So, and this is once it is screwed in, locked into the barrel there, it is I release the ball valve, instantly releasing the pressure into the chamber. When it has reached maximum pressure, this Archimedes brake valve will snap the wire. It will release itself. Probably with about 500 pounds, it should, kind of break that hook right there, or break this hook right here. And then it is launched out the barrel. So to load it, insert it like so. Use a little bit of a ramrod to push it down in there, get those fibers in there, the blue dart fletching. Push it in there. So it is locked at the back of the barrel with this piece of metal. And then get this part, insert the socket wrench from the front, and now I am tightening that bolt, getting a nice airtight seal at the front. Okay? Screw that into the ball valve. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, hopefully they didn't go out the other side. No. Okay, that projectile went way down in there. I don't know where it went. So, this is a tool. This is a horrible self-defense weapon, because if I was to, that was only 1,000 PSI. That's what's scary. And I don't know if I should be doing this. And maybe I should do jewelry and art instead, and give up on my art and science, because I don't know how far that projectile went in there. But luckily, hopefully, it didn't go out the other side. That's a bag of mulch there. That would stop a bullet. So that is just some very basic hardware store parts that you could assemble very easily and have a very potent weapon. So let me know in the comments below. You think this is a bad idea? You think this is a good idea? But you have to look at the big picture here. The military already has technology that is light years ahead in advance of any guns. Unfortunately, as hard as it is for people to accept things that are different, guns are obsolete. They were obsolete a long time ago. And so The future technology is very dangerous, and so that's the kind of thing I'm a little bit concerned about here. Is the just some basic hardware store parts, and you could make a very powerful weapon. So I'll screw that. As you see, that barrel went out, and that's just the part that was the lock right there at the end of the barrel. Okay, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Unfortunately, the genie is out of the bottle. I accidentally was sharing this schematics online with other people, and once it's on the internet and emails, it's you have to do the Hillary Clinton thing and destroy the entire server. So just destroy the entire server if you want to get things off the internet. And so the genie's out of the bottle. I can't put the genie back in the bottle. It's limited by air pressure. You know, it requires a decent amount of air pressure. That was only 1,000 PSI. You know, if this thing could go up to 4,000 PSI, if I put it on 4,000 PSI, I probably would have flew right through that thing and kept on going and going and going. That's what's scary about it. Do not do this at home, please. And if you do it at home, 1,000 PSI should be more than enough to do what you want to use it for as a tool. Okay? So, all right. Be safe. Be sure you know what you're doing. That was a bit of a mistake for me. It was less than 1,000 PSI. It was around like 800 PSI. But if I would have pressurized that up to more, it would have gone right through that bag of mulch, through the cabinet, through the garage, through my, and into my van. So, do not do that at home. Do not do what I did at home. Be sure you put this into the ground. Do not point it up in the air. Do not point it at anybody, because there's not a self-defense weapon. With a self-defense weapon, like a shotgun, for example, has very small, is probably very small penetration ability. Practically no penetration at all. So shotguns are excellent self-defense, home defense weapons because they don't have any penetrating ability. The projectiles will slow down very fast once it goes through the wall, if it goes through the wall. But it has very good energy dispersion instantaneously when it hits the target. So get a shotgun for self-defense. Do not point this at anything, and use it for something constructive like a fence post implanter or a nail gun. You have to be careful how much pressure you put in a nail gun like that. You don't want the nail to go all the way through what you're nailing. And maybe a stone cracker, a boulder cracker, or a weed destroyer, or something constructive. A well driller. Well driller. Use it for a well driller, something, anything other than a weapon, okay? Please be responsible, be peaceful, be safe. This is not a toy. Okay? So let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Because this something like this kind of, I love guns. I have big guns, but this scares me a little bit. It's a lot of unknown variables that go into this that could. All right. Be safe. Bye-bye.